magnate for conspiracy theories, George H.W. Bush served as both the president and the director of the CIA, remaining a significant influence in American politics until his death. Even in death, however, the theories persisted. On the 5th of December 2018, a memorial service was held for Bush at Washington National Cathedral. In attendance was every living president, past and present, as well as their wives. 3 hours into the ceremony, all of the couples except two received an envelope. Upon opening it, their immediate reactions ranged from bemused to horrified. Out of all those who read the letter, it is Jeb Bush who has the most visible reaction. Just what did he say? Assuming it wasn't a photo as some claim, the popular rumour is that he read, "I'm sorry, they know everything." If this is true, who is the they that scares even the presidents?
Knowing too much. And when you've been married to the president of the United States who knows everything about everything in the world, sometimes you just want to turn it off.
You know too much.
Right? It's like, I don't want to know what was in that folder that you just got that made you quiet.
Book, Apollyon Rising 2012, which actually hit #1 in the book charts the day of its release, Dr. Tom Horn travelled to Washington, D.C., where he met with Masons at the House of the Temple, the headquarters of the Supreme Council of the Scottish Rite. Horn says these men were very cordial and mostly responsive to his questions. They even confirmed his understanding of the influence of Freemasonry in American history. It was only when he pressed one of them about a ritual called the raising ceremony, the raising of OSIRIS from the dead, it's also known as, which is conducted in the temple room on the 3rd floor of the building. It's only then that these Masons became evasive and visibly uncomfortable. The reason for this, according to Dr. Horn, is that in addition to the raising ceremony being conducted when members reach the 33rd degree of Scottish Rite Freemasonry, this strange ceremony is performed without public knowledge in this very temple room at the inauguration of every United States president. Why is that? Because deep esoteric meaning behind Egyptian and Rosicrucian magic that was incorporated into the rites and rituals of Freemasonry hold that the spirit of Osiris can be raised from the underworld and installed, for want of a better term, in the reigning king or president. According to Tom Horn, this is why the US Capitol dome is laid out so as to face the obelisk, the phallus of the sun god, known as the Washington Monument. An interesting point regarding the obelisk in Washington, the Washington Monument. The column is 6,666 inches high, and each side is 666 inches long. Now, obviously, this cannot be an accident, because we remember that the Antichrist's number in the Bible is 666.
Not just the capital, but the geographical layout of the whole of Washington, D.C. was carefully designed, and the capital itself is just one component. Take a look at this photo and notice its relation to the Washington Monument, one of the most famous obelisks in the world. Notice how similar this is to the Vatican's layout. This exact same layout can be found in Paris also and many other cities. Why this configuration? The key to this is perhaps the dome, which dominates these buildings. In many ancient cultures, the dome shape represented the female principle or the womb, when you have the male principle, which is the obelisk, connected to the female principle. It was believed by occultists that a third entity,